Oh, hi there. It's Wednesday and I am tired. I'm calling this wiped out Wednesday. I am very tired. I Yesterday I had woken up early for to stream the yearly, what was it? Was it Blitz? Was it Blitz or was it Rapid? The whatever arena it was. And also I had only gotten like a couple hours of sleep for whatever reason that night, and so I was exhausted, and I thought I'd get more sleep last night. I didn't end up getting a lot. I mean, I got a decent amount, but not a lot. So I'm still beat. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just try to like veg out here with maybe weekly Blitz Arena, maybe even a bot game or something like that. If anyone's got suggestions, I'm open to those. But let me join. Let me join here. We've got an hour and 17 to go in this tournament. No one has played yet. No one is sitting in the spectator list. So I'm going to sit here while people come in, talk a little bit. The first real interview podcast episode hit today. I've been publishing them on Wednesday at 12:05 a.m. Pacific time. So technically that hit today. Really pleased with it. It was a great time. I enjoyed it so much just doing the interview. Hey Dim, hello. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was really fun to do. And as it was winding down, or halfway through actually, I started just praying, please don't let there be any technical problems. Please don't let there be any technical problems. Because it was such a nice conversation. And I really enjoyed it. Hope to have more of that. You know, the bar is high. It feels like the bar is very, very high now because this was a good episode. Let's see. No one's still in here. This is going on. I think I was also thinking about potentially setting up a position, setting up the Gangi 5th rank Rook defense or countermeasure to Urashina Ryu, also known as the Ishikawa Sensei countermeasure. Just thinking about setting that up and just playing through it with the bot, just trying to get ideas. Because I continue to struggle. I get too impatient, and I'd like to. Last night, one of the games there against someone who's better than me. So losing is not the problem. You know, it's because I'm playing someone stronger. So losing is not the problem, but the way I lose those games is frustrating. I've played a few online now where I've really hung in and ground through and won the game, and I felt good about those. But a lot of times my brain is just not willing to grind, and I think I have to just get into that mindset. As I've said before, when I play GM Zerk, when I do this, I inevitably give up a silver. I get to the position, get to the even position, and I maybe overextend my silver and I get it trapped. And that's happened 2 or 3 times in a row against him. And now this was a different player last night. And I sort of did the same thing. I just overextended. I overextended the silver in a different way and still ended up with a really fun game. A really fun game that I think required my opponent to find a very solid endgame tactic to be able to win. Otherwise, I think I was turning it around. I think, but my opponent saw it, so all credit to him. And it was a really fun game. But I don't want to be in those positions. I want to feel more comfortable in those. Okay, you watched 40 minutes of it. You're going to finish later. Awesome. Yeah, only 20 more minutes. They're only an hour. Today you beat a 2-dan. Wait, what? On Shogi Wars? That's incredible. To even get matched against 2-dans means you're playing really well. But to defeat a 2-dan on Shogi Wars is is no joke. That is awesome. There's a spectator in the list here. Someone's name. I don't know who that is. I think I might know who that is, but I don't remember who it is. So somewhere in the back of my mind that I might know who that is. It's just trapped somewhere. All right. So no one. So we've been here in this for 3-4 minutes. Nothing yet. Keep going. Hopefully something happens. All right, we got a raid from Todovsky. Thank you very much. Thank you, as always. Appreciate it. Just trying to slowly do some sort of, just get in. I'm exhausted. So rather than sit and lie on the couch playing Metroid Zero Mission or something like that, I'm going to try to play some Shogi and sit here. All right, classic Shogi player. All right. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. There's always Riichi Mahjong. Yeah, I think Riichi Mahjong might require more of my brain. Oh, Atari, you came down at the wrong time, Atari. All right, I'll let you. Okay. All right. So this is someone I know. I apologize, though. I don't know who it is. I don't remember. Transport, nice to see you. The raid graphic is incorrect. There should have been 2 parachutes, not 10 plus. This is true. I don't think that ever adapts. I think that's just a static image. This is an interesting defense. I'm going to continue to go into here, but I don't... So, is this called the Cozy Castle? Quick Castle? Fast Castle? Cozy Castle? I think it's one of those. Well, even not at their best, beating a Tudan is awesome. Maybe I should have threatened here. So I think the idea is now we can talk about this later. There was a discussion. I don't like to poo-poo ideas, but there was a discussion on Shogi Harbor Discord about pre-moves, and we could talk about that later. Cozy Castle. Yeah, so I've heard Cozy Castle. All right, that makes sense. It's no longer cozy. Now it's just a Shiro no Koge is raiding with a party of 2. Greetings. Welcome. Welcome to the channel, and thank you very much for that. Hope you had a nice stream. Vexel Cafe, along for the ride. Hello, hello. Huh. Tatami Room Tea and Gifts. I'm drinking some tea. I'm drinking some Ito and matcha green tea right now. It's one of my go-to drinks when I start my stream. Hey Tortupi, please tell me how to pronounce that, by the way. It's always dangerous whenever I make a move after turning back from the chat. Oops. We could drop the gold. He goes away, come up. Or he comes back, come up. Huh. No, 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 no. Cannot drop that here. The knight is right there. All right. Maybe I should have just dropped the pawn? Or no. So if he drops, I come back, and then I can drop the pawn. Oh, we're in Byoyomi. We are in Byoyomi. Hmm. Very interesting. Very interesting. Hey, Cyan Cannon. You love seeing how many Finnish Shogi and Go players there are. How many are there? Oh, that this. So it's not that. Wow. I tried to grab my gold from here instead of my hand. Hmm. It's tough. Hmm. All right. Good game. Thank you for the game. Arigatou gozaimashita. Uh, what happened at the end? So, are you in chat? Are you in chat? This name sounds very familiar. Hey, Foradun, nice to see you. Foradun, Cyan Cannon. Who else? So let me. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause so that I don't get a game just that I don't start a game. So let me go back. So sorry that, especially in a game like this, sorry that I'm so bad at reading chat during the game. I've got to turn to the left to see more than the first couple words of a sentence. Turn to my other machine. Oh, so Shiro, no, Koge, out of curiosity, do I just play or do I do game reviews? Yes, I do both. I play, I do game reviews, mostly of my games, but occasionally people have shown me some games and I've tried to, I've gone through it and at least tried to give my thoughts on it. I'm not a great teacher. Education-wise, I'm very bad at explaining things. So sometimes I don't know how useful those are, but I do. See, Tortupi, you say you can't expect me to correctly pronounce Finnish all of a sudden. That's where you're wrong. You can expect it. You can expect it and then be disappointed if I don't. Saiken, you're 3-1. You ran into an opening you had never seen before. Plus, your first use of kanji made you blow a game in 29 moves. Well, what is the saying? The first step is the hardest, or the first step is the longest? Wait, what is the saying? There's also that Rankin and Bass. Santa Claus, like the stop motion Christmas special, that you put one foot in front of the other. Yeah, that's my singing. Sorry, that's all the singing I will ever do on this channel. Put one foot in front of the other. It's good. Yeah, soon you'll be walking out the door. Out the door. The first step is the hardest. Yeah, let's review that Tudon game, Tim. Definitely, let's do it. Vexel Cafe, you say you almost wish lishogi had a lady counting down to you. The clock seems so subtle. So I take it you have not heard my you must not have seen me play on lishogi before, because I think to a fault I talk about this. This sound is, as great as lishogi is, this sound is just terrible for this shogi player. And it's very difficult, my brain, to process where I am in Byoyomi. Like all those times, all those little ticks, I had no idea how much time I was. So there were 3 points in that game at least that, had I timed out, I wouldn't have been surprised, because I just had no idea how much time was there. I had no idea. I just heard the ticks, and it's just not. It's not what other shogi clocks do. It's not what other shogi sites do. It's just out there, and I think it must be fine for chess, because my understanding is most chess players, at least especially at tournaments, don't play with sound on their clocks. But yeah, I really wish it had countdown. Countdown, or just some better indicator that, like, I'm down into my 5th second, or beep 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 beep. It happens with chess. Yeah, I can imagine. But chess players, mother is the, what is it? Not mother is the invention. Necessity is the mother of invention. No, necessity. Chess fan NC, long time no see. Good to see you. Good to see you. Speaking of chess, and speaking of North Carolina, the Charlotte Chess Center, big bastion of chess in the United States, but chess play mother. Wait, something is the mother of invention. Necessity is the mother of invention. Something like that, where chess players, that's just how it is. They don't have sound on the clocks when they're playing, so they just get used to it. They build that as a skill. I'm going to say they build that as a skill of knowing the clock. In shogi, we don't do that. In shogi, our clocks help us for that, because we need all our brains for the moves. Tortu, you're asking, are there many shogi players in Finland? It's a great question. I wonder. Go is pretty common in some circles, you say, but you haven't met a shogi player yet. I think some Go players occasionally will bring a shogi board to an event and vice versa, hoping to get some people. Koshiro, great to see you. Harulu, great to see you too. Yes, yeah, Koshiro. I was talking about it. Yeah, as Transport says, I mentioned it yesterday. I'm still, like, without sounding overly dramatic, I'm still down about that. I am still very, very sad. It's like an old friend left town. It's like I had a friend that I met up with every night, for the past year or 6 months or whatever, and now they left town. And so it really hurts. As I've said before, like I apologize if I'm like a broken record. It has been, for at least the past 6 months, it has been my daily routine to go to bed, watch that day's upload from Urashino Ryu channel, Micro77 is his Shogi Wars name. Watch that video, and then think about shogi, learn something, relax, and just wind down. And so much of my Urashino Ryu knowledge comes from him. And so, like, Urashino Sensei is still streaming, and I can still watch his. But there was something special about Urashino Ryu channel where he always played Urashino Ryu. And the lines he plays are mostly the lines I play. And no, Dim, there are, as far as I know, there are no other channels doing the same. His is pretty special. I won't listen to it with sound because my wife will be, in the room or whatever, but it doesn't matter because I don't understand Japanese. But he's not a streamer per se. He doesn't have a camera. He records videos with his talking on top. And every video would be 2 or 3 games just chopped up, straight in the phone format. It's in the YouTube portrait format. So watching on the phone, it's like I'm in the Shogi Wars app watching. And to me, it was something special. Like I say, I learned so much from that. And so for him to quit, I don't want to say deprives me as if I am owed anything. It removes something from my life that I've really come to appreciate. And so I'm disappointed about it. On another note, I'm extremely disappointed by it because of the reason. He says if auto translate is to be believed, and I watched this with auto translate, I could tell because the video time was a little different. So I knew that something was up. And so I watched that one with auto-translate. So if auto-translate is to be believed at all, it sounds like he's not having fun. He's not enjoying his games. Since he ranked up to 5 Dan, he's now gotten down into the 0% sort of demotion zone for 5 Dan, where he has to lose 500 games at that rank. So he's at no risk of it, but he's not having fun. To win a game, if auto translate is to be believed, it sounds like he's saying that these days now the players are so good that to win a game is just like someone has to. I mean, obviously someone has to mess up, but I can't remember exactly how the auto translate put it. But his tactics and his ideas, they just don't work as much anymore, or it's too hard to get it to work, and he's not having fun. And I don't like to hear about Shogi. I don't like to hear that about anyone playing Shogi, because in the back of my mind, I'm always worried about that. I'm always concerned about that with Shogi in particular, that at some point the game just becomes unfun. Unlike the other games, that's a paranoid, potentially delusional feeling, but it's a jump to a conclusion from hearing other people's thoughts and seeing that YouTuber scene. I just wonder. So real disappointing, and actually self-doubt inducing that he left. And a bit, I'm not leaving Urashino Ryu anytime soon. I'm not stopping this opening. I love this opening. I'm going to make it work, but and obviously he's at 5 Dan. I'm nowhere near there, so I have plenty of upside for this opening. Like I've always said, and I will continue to say, the reason I lose games is not because of my opening. But in many ways, the reason I win the games is because of my opening. So there's a lot for me to learn and a lot for me to improve before I look to my opening as a reason that I'm not winning or not improving or not getting ahead. So I'm staying with it. I still enjoy it, except for the positions that we've been talking about are starting to creep in. The positions that are getting to be more stressful as an Urashino Ryu player, they're starting to, especially as I'm getting higher and playing stronger players, and the people that I play regularly are also improving. It's getting harder and harder to eke out a win in, say, opposing rook against opposing rook. It's also getting more and more difficult. Well, it's always been difficult, but it's usually only very good players that do it. But I led this stream talking about the Ishikawa counter to Urashino Ryu. Like, that opening is a bear. And I'm trying too hard to bust my head through it, and as a result, I'm throwing away my middle game positions. I'm trying to impose my will onto this position for which a will cannot be imposed on it. And I don't know if that's also what Urashina Ryu channel is doing to a certain extent with some of the things he's getting. But it's really tough. It's really tough. The first cut is the deepest. Necessity is a mother of invention. Okay, the Finnish Shogi Association. Yeah, there seems to be. Let me look at that. I'm just going to open that up in the browser. Where is it? Where is it? It didn't come in here. It didn't come in my other one. So anyway, let me www.shogi.fi. Ah, they're talking about shogi. So I read a little bit of Finnish. You know, I can understand a little bit of Finnish. It's talking about shogi. This is an article about shogi. More stuff about shogi. I won't bore you with the full translation, but it's about shogi. There's links. We got links. I want photos. Play okay. Oh man, they're dating this page. Ah, there's a Finnish book. I mean, they're playing Go. Lots of stuff about shogi in here. All right. There was some dude who was tired of waiting 2 hours for the opponent to make moves. The person who invented it. Does shogi have a site like FIDE or chess results? Yes. Yes. So let's. Where's the Japanese version of this? I don't know how to get to the Japanese version of this page. What is this? It's all in Japanese. So this is, if you've listened to the podcast, this is one of the things that Vince on the podcast was talking about, the JSA page. Although not necessarily the ranking side. One of the things he was talking about translating, and or wanting to get translated. So where's the JSA? I'm trying to find JSA. So here is I will paste this in. This is, and it's old. It says 2018. I don't know. Okay, so this is similar to chess results, or this is similar to like 2700chess.com. Similar to that, and not quite, but it's like where it's got the details, and it's tracking unofficially Yloigh. The JSA site is the official. Here's information about the JSA, and you can get to the JSA from this wiki article. The JSA has like the player information and their recent results, all that kind of stuff. Boy, I blabbed over a lot of this chat. I'm so sorry. So, Harlow, you're saying, is that the same in every game? Chess is also getting harder and harder at the same level. It's true. It's true. Does chess become a slog? Not a slog, but just chess. Again, this is my bias of thinking that the draw is a feature of chess. Is that where the draw makes chess more palatable in some ways at that level? Like, you can play a solid game, you can play an opening, you can get against like in shogi. If I could work towards a draw in shogi, every time someone would play one of the lame openings against me, like one of the when they try to slow the game down, when someone would try to play a slow game against me, and maybe this would limit my progress, but maybe I would try to play a draw. Yeah, I'd try to play towards a draw. And actually, that is something I try to do sometimes against opposing rook. And it's worked a couple times online. I think both times on stream, where I try to where I go for a Sinichte. I'm like, I don't see how I'm breaking through. I don't necessarily see how the opponent's gonna break through. I could go ham and risk my game to get forward, or I could try to go for Sinichte. And I went for Sinichte. So if Shogi had that, maybe like some of these high tension games could at least just resolve peacefully. I don't know. I'm just speaking out loud. I haven't thought too much about that, but that's something that I've been thinking of in comparing to chess at the same level. It's not again. We will talk about this if and if we do. So when we do a podcast together, but if a Japanese person having trouble getting things to break through shogi, you imagine it'll be very hard for a lot of Westerners. Well, I think he's doing fine channel wise, like breakthrough, and he got to 5 dan, so he's doing great. I think he just fell. Maybe he's burned out. Maybe he just fell out of love of the game. I don't know. Transport Man, yeah. So it's funny you say this. Meanwhile, a Hero Man is still going strong. I played Duck last night. I played some 3-minute games. I was sort of vegging out a bit before going to the Shogi Club in person, and I played a few games. And I'm like, you know what? I haven't made a castle in a long time, and you know, my best castle on Shogi Wars is I'm bringing up Shogi Wars. I was saying, you know, my best castle on Shogi Wars is 2.33Q. I wonder what my duck is. So I looked, and my duck was like 2.9. And I thought, all right, well, let me rank up my duck. Let me rank up my duck in 3-minute games. Let me rank up my duck to so that it says I'm a duck and Urashino Ryu player. And I played, and honestly, I think I played 3 of those games of Duck. I think I played great games. All 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken, I got dirty flagged. Including one where I had 5 seconds, where he had 5 seconds left, and I think it was just over. So I was getting dirty flagged on mobile. The players I was playing last night were very, very much in that sort of mindset. And maybe going against Duck, maybe that's one of the things people want to do. But I got dirty flagged, and then I think the 2 or 3 games I won, I dirty flagged my opponent. So it wasn't a great sort of feeling session where, you know, I came away with it really pleased with how I played Duck. But I was disappointed that I got losses. But on the other hand, I did get wins, but I didn't feel much satisfaction from them because they were dirty flags. They were like, I knew I was lost. And so, but I had like a tremendous time advantage. So I started just dropping pieces back. You know, I started just dumping my pieces, dumping my lance, dumping my silver back into my castle, and was able to get some dirty flags, including one where my opponent had mate and 1 on the board. So anyway, I was playing Duck. Anyway, that's about a Hero Man. Maybe I'll watch a Hero Man more. I just don't enjoy heroes. Or, you know, I love Urashino Ryu. Duck is okay. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But the last time I saw, you say that Urshino Man couldn't handle losing to Duck, he had to retire. The last time I saw him play Duck, he handled it. He really handled it nicely and won. Hey, Emperor X, no rules in love and wars. Shogi street rule. This is true. This is true. The Shogi Wars time controls are brutal. They are. It's Cyan Cannon. So you're feeling comfortable playing 10 minutes. Chess, your minimum is 15:10. Yeah. And 15:10 in chess is a lot more time than 10 minutes for Shogi. It's rough. It's rough. The flag is also a feature of chess. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, with the it definitely is. It definitely is. So like I don't want to go overboard in being like, this is an exclusively a shogi problem, the dirty flag or anything like that. And people cheer it on, watching Eric Rosen or watching Naroditsky or whoever, people are cheering on that dirty flag. Like they get. I think the only thing that gets a bigger rise out of the Rosen audience, the Eric Rosen audience, than a dirty flag is a stalemate trick. I think that's the only thing that gets a bigger rise out of that audience. Harlu, yeah, playing for a draw is a thing in chess, yeah, but you're not a huge fan of it. Well, I guess the thing is, I wouldn't often play for a flag, but I'd be playing for a draw, but I'd be playing for a draw in a draw-ish position. And there are plenty of arguments there are plenty of arguments I can make both for and against what I'm saying. So it's not like I am not like with high conviction making this argument. I'm just talking and thinking out loud in some way, trying to come to terms with some of my feelings on this. Because like some of those, it's tough where now I have to figure out how I'm just going to shift around my pieces. I want to play a game. I want to play a dynamic game. I want to play an attacking game, but my opponent is just not giving it to me. And as a added bonus, now in the slow game, even if an engine says it's slow, a lot of times it'll be more difficult to find proper ideas from the Urshin or Ryu side than it will be from, say, the side with the full Gangi or the full Yagura or whatever. So it's tough. It's tough. Duck brought, yeah, Ornolf is 4-dan. I would not say that Duck brought Ornolf to 4-dan. I would say that Ornolf brought Ornolf to 4-dan. You don't get to be 4-dan by gimmicks and jokes. Like, I don't think. What do I know? That's a level above. That's a level beyond which I will probably ever get, unfortunately. So I can't really comment on what it takes because I will probably never have what it takes to get there. But I'm going to guess that it's his hard work that's really pushed it through, and that he found an opening that he resonates with. That's so important. And I think that's the thing. Not that I didn't resonate with Nakabisha because I loved it, but once I started playing Urshin or Ryu, it really resonated, and to the point where I really enjoy it. I enjoy thinking about it. I enjoy theory crafting. But damn, you say maybe not a great question, but why am I playing for the draw? Shouldn't I try to win? Well, it's because I don't know how to win those positions. And a lot of times it seems like the opponent doesn't know how to win the positions. But in that middle game position, it's easier. It feels like it's easier for me to mess up as the Urshin or Ryu player. And often I do. I need to build more patience. I was going to play bots. Like I said earlier on today, I was going to set up this position, like in the Ishikawa position, and just play it against a bot and really think about it. And yeah, like I'm not going to come up with any ideas that Ishikawa sensei hasn't already thought of. But I just need to get more familiarity in that slow game. Especially since I don't get that as much. I don't get that Ishikawa slow game approach as much against Japanese players, online. But I do against the Americans and the Westerners. Because my theory as to why that is, and I've said it before, but my theory is that we have so little educational material in English in the West that the educational material that we do have, there's a good chance that someone is going to know it. Because anyone that is going to be looking for study material really only has one or two choices. So they're going to go to one of those two choices, and they're going to know it. So like all these Westerners now have easy access to this anti-Urashino, this countermeasure from Urashino Ryu against Urashino Ryu. And they use it. So like I've said before, I don't think I have played many or any Japanese players that have played that countermeasure against me. Apparently it is popular. I was talking with one of the players yesterday about it last night. And apparently it is in use, and it is known. Obviously Ishikawa Sensei is Japanese. He didn't just invent this, this English language only theory on defeating Urashino Ryu, and that possibly it's been used against the pros. It makes sense, but I just, in my games on Shogi Wars and Shogi Club 24 and to a lesser extent 81 Dojo, I don't get those people playing that. So so long story short, when I play that, odds are it will be a more meaningful game to me because I'll be either playing it, over the board or in a tournament rather than just like some random Monday, some random seventh game of a Monday where I've played on Shogi Wars. I might get it. That might not have the same meaning. Yeah, or that's true. Ornath does say it, but I think Ornath is being modest. Maybe I'll reach 4-dan after I make the switch. I mean, that would be, well, for me, is it worth it? So the thing is, if I got to 4-dan as a duck player, then you would just say that I'm just a duck player. I wouldn't get that respect. Oh, Emperor Rex, would you give an example of a draw and a flag? A flag is, if I flag somebody, that means I am winning on time. Their time expires. That stems from the old days when the clocks had a physical stick that when the time elapsed, it brought up like a flag. That's my understanding. So that's why it's called flag. So flag is winning on time. Dirty flag is winning on time when you are dead lost and you know you're dead lost, but you just tried to win on time. A draw is, in Shogi anyway, just a repetition of moves. Each player, I believe each player does the same move 3 times. You recreate the board position 3 times, something like that. Well, today I am just an Urashino Ryu player. That's true, but that's a badge I wear. That's a badge of honor. Sure, Dim. Let's do that review. Do you have it? Do you have it handy in lishogi anywhere, or should I pull it from 81 from Shogi Wars? It's 4-fold. Okay, 4-fold repetition of position, non-checking sequence. It always feels longer to me than I expect. So maybe it's because I'm expecting 3, but it's 4. I can see it. It's just it's not so useful. I'm gonna have to pull it out anyway, just because it's not great doing the review in the Shogi Wars app. Wait, you're Bella Bells, right? Oh wait, no, it's 10 second. Oh, one don. One don? So this is hey, so Bella Bells. Let's go to extend, show you extend. Hmm. Well, let's do this. Oops. Is it Bella Bells? Bella Bells. Oh, you're Jimco 12. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, who's Bella Bells? That's not you, Zion, is it? Who's Bella Bells? Okay, Jimco 12. Loading, 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 loading. Oh. I wonder why it's ah. All right. So there we go. We got that. Bring it into lishogi. What's going on in this tournament? Oh man, I'm now in second place. Oh, I like this username, Megumin Explosion. What did I just do? Sorry if I'm slow and odd today. I'm just my like I said as I was leading the stream, I'm still completely exhausted. The yesterday's early stream with that arena, after only getting like a couple hours of sleep, and then last night, I went to the Shogi Club and played some games, and then didn't get to sleep until late. And then long story short, I didn't get all my sleep back last night, so I'm still exhausted. Yeah, I don't know who it is. I know it's someone from the chat. I don't know who it is. Like I'm starting it. The names are all starting, as we saw with Jimco 12 versus Bella Bells. The usernames are starting not to the hash map in my head is not working so well anymore. Okay, I guess you're doing bogeying. So I'm not familiar with this stuff. I assume this is all good. Interesting. That's a free piece. Interesting. That's an interesting approach. Wait, what? How long have you been playing, Tim? You've only been playing for a couple months? This is sophisticated. What is this? Ah, trying to, yeah, he can't take because of this. Ah. Wow. Wow, nice. Nice. Very nice mate. Yikes. Yeah, without that knight here. You know, I tried to make something like this happen last night. I mean, eventually it sort of worked, but you know, having the double bishop diagonal with a knight watching here is such an interesting like battery, especially if there's no knight here. Wow. Wow. That was a massacre. Wow. So what's the idea if this happens? We just exchange off? And then do we take? Yeah, so how do we break through before giving up this silver? How do we Oh, well, I guess he can't push because this is always going to be hanging. So we push, take, take, drop. Do we take or do we come back here? Do we come back here? What does the engine want? The engine, I mean, verging on only move territory. Wow. Wow. Why? Is it to defend here? What is the meaning? What is the meaning of 8-1? And why is it so much better than the others? Like what can this teach me here? What can this teach me? Or teach me what does everyone know about this that I can learn from? You know, I might mindlessly do this, pull it back all the way, just because I've seen it. But like, why is it so good? Is it so that we can potentially come over here? I would think not. Still can't do this. Let's just say he plays. Just playing. Just playing. Oh, we get the second helpings. We get the we get oh that's so this is stuff that all right. So this is educational because you know especially for me now in the not that this is Gangi, but like in against Coward Castle, I think often Urashino Ryu Channel brings his bishop back here. And I know the engine likes to bring the bishop back here, but maybe these are some of the ideas that I can be going for with this knight. Is that at some point you don't want to block this. 1 month. Wow. Wow. Very nice. Very nice game. Very sophisticated. Boy, that's yeah. I'm still learning how to make this kind of attacks. You know, these combinatorial attacks. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Let's go back to the Daily Rapid. This is not... Wait. This is not the tournament, right? Where was that other tournament? Did it end? No, it's got 17. It's got 17 minutes left, right? Back to tournament. I think I played this player yesterday. Fultes Sijan? I think I played... Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes. That was a good game. Would not surprise me if they beat me this time. Yeah, that was like a Tsume problem. That totally was a Tsume problem, Emperor Rex. Occasionally you get those. You know, it's setting up the position such that they're like that. Like, that's the key. So if Kyo wants to play, do I have to... Do I... Who am I... Okay. Should I berserk? Should I berserk? Do I berserk? That's my only chance. My only chance is berserk. How do I do it? How do I do it? How do I berserk? I don't see it. Or did I berserk somehow? Did I accidentally click it? Okay, there we go. 230. No. I can't risk it. He could potentially... Oh, is this what happened last time? This is what happened last time. He tricked me last time too. He tricked me last time too. So this is a 2.5 minute. This is sort of like this is like Shogi Wars, but with pre-moves. I don't like this. Let's aim for that. You know, it would have been nice to get the rook, because then I can't pre-move this. Let's do. Wow. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. It's over. It's over. I I think if I just would have dropped the gold, I think I'm gonna win, right? No? Yeah, nice. Good game. Good game. That's a shame. That's a shame. That was. I think I was playing a bit of a masterpiece there. I think I was playing. Hey, Arnigo Moniwa, nice to see you. I think I was playing a masterpiece. And then I got too full of myself. I flew too close to the sun. So I'm gonna say just dropping the gold is completely winning. I'm wrong. It's not completely winning. It's a draw. I mean, it's not draw. It's even. It's slightly advantageous. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, this was. I think this was an easier position for me to play. I think this is. I think if I just play this, I think I win. I think if I do this, I also win. The engine doesn't like it, but I think I'm gonna win this game. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, I've given up too much. I've given up too much. All right, that was fun. That berserk really gets the blood going. Man, if I would have won that one, I would have tied Kyo for the tournament. All right. So, all right. That was fun. That was fun. Daily Rapid. Let's play the Daily Rapid. They're only gods. They're only gods in this tournament. there are gods and there are me. Why won't it won't let me join? Maybe that's for the best that it won't let me. Yeah, it won't let me join. Maybe that's for the best. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe that's actually the reason. Let me close these. That's funny. Man, that was good. Actually, while we do have time, was there anything better I could have done? Because I'm surprised that was not a huge advantage. So I'm guessing that I must have messed it up at some point. Because when at that fork along with the rook promotion, that has to be huge. That has to be huge. Okay, yeah, plus 14 and a half. Is it just take? It's just take and then threaten. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I I think in anything besides this berserk time, I think I see this. I know I've played this on Shogi Club 24. Awesome. Awesome. Gosh, that was fun. That was so fun. Like it's fun to have some of these aggressive swashbuckling plays, and I guess people like Urshin or Ryu Channel, they just don't get these opportunities all that often anymore. As they rank up, the games just get so tight. And so maybe it's like all the stuff that they love from shogi kind of goes away as they get better. Is that does that make any sense? Or is that nonsense? All the fun stuff that got them to love shogi, as they improve and get up to that super high level, they can no longer do unless they stop noobs, unless they... And then it's not fun. I'm going to play this anonymous. Just since it's here, I'll just play it. Ich, ni, san. Ah, we've seen this before. I can't remember what to do. I can't remember what to do. Did I mess up? Did I mess up? Because I don't think that's I don't think that works. Maybe it does. Maybe it's just fine. That's not right. That I do not think is right. Ah, yeah. All right. All right. I threw. I threw, but let's not completely give up. Let's not completely give up. Yeah. Shoot. Shoot. Yeah, I hate to play these like this cuz I it was such a good position. It was such a good position. It was such a good position. GG. GG. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. All right. Such a good position. I mean, not good. I mean, it's so let's see. I think this is all fine. No, it's not. I bring up the gold. I bring up the gold. Or just get the okay. Yeah, I don't need those pawns. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Okay. That makes sense. All of these make sense. All of these make sense. Yeah. So dumb. So dumb. So dumb. I think this is what I usually do in this case. Yeah. All right. All right. Darn, darn. I hate so that's one of the things. I hate to throw away such a fun position. That's the downside of blundering. It's one reason not to blunder. Hey, Spinal Tap Chess. I was ranging that rook. Yeah, that rook was meant for the range. Yeah, that was a terrible blunder. It was a terrible blunder. I'm making I think maybe it's all the 3 minute I've been playing. Maybe it's making me a little too hyper. And I'm making or maybe it's a lack of sleep. But I'm making a lot of blunders like that where I'm just trying to force a win. Hey Rico, great to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very pleased with that interview episode. Extremely pleased. Vince was fantastic, and I had so much fun. I can't wait to do more. That's the thing is, it's scheduling things is always the hardest part of this stuff. I've just got to level up my scheduling game. Got to figure out how it's the scheduling that keeps me back. And boy, I want to do more. Yeah, I've got some names. You know, obviously, you know, yours is at the top of the list. I just got to get the schedule more there. You know, I have topics to talk about without an interview, but I like the interviews. I like hearing someone other than me talking about shogi. So you know, I've got a couple hopefully coming from the Silicon Valley Shogi Club members. Got yeah, I've got a few lined up, but it's just a matter of scheduling it. You know, and the stream, not to make excuses, I need to think about, like, if someone is available, like in the morning or afternoon, maybe I just don't do a stream that day or something, or maybe I do a later stream, something like that. Because I've got to give people more windows of time than just like Saturday. So hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, we'll get more, and I'm really happy with it so far. I'm gonna try to let me see if it'll let me join this again. There it goes. There it goes. It let me join. All these killers. All these killers. But no one's in here. No one's actually in that's in the tournament is here. Iska. Iska is there. I'm gonna get crushed by Iska. Alright, come on, Shogi. I mean, come on, lishogi. Join us, please. Please. Please, please match us. Come on. I wonder if the lishogi matcher is busted. The whatever I think they've got some queue that manages arenas. I wonder if it's just broken. Like the same problem that wouldn't let me join the event. Maybe that's causing the matching not to happen. All right, there it is. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Okay. All right. All right. That's fair. Oh, he's got... Oh, I was going to say we got Duck. This is an interesting... So my plans, I think, right now are trying to go for this. What's different about this position that has allowed this? I don't see this often. Oh, I think because usually people push this pawn. I'm dead now. I'm dead now. Yeah, every time this gets me. So is there any way to do this? I drop the bishop, and then he redrops. Back to the tournament. So a couple people have joined. The other bishop drop. Bishop drop 7-6. But then the pawn or the bishop. But then oh yeah, I guess his rook is hanging. His rook is hanging then, so he can't just take my rook. Yeah, so if I drop it here, he can't do this because yeah, okay. Okay. All right, I'm learning. I'm learning. So is there just to take this all the way back. So let's say he did this. Wait. Oh, okay. So he okay. So that's how he defended. So let me, if this would be there. I need to do this. Not that. Well, either way, let's say I did it. And now when I take, he drops the pawn, and I have to go back to 4. Yeah, I cannot. No, I can. I can go to 2. Huh. Okay, yeah. Wait, why does this work? Why does this work? Oh, no, 7-7. What? Okay, that would block it. That's a stylish defense. Wait, but it's okay with wait. Oh, because now the rook. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so sophisticated. Okay. It's not, I mean, it's not great, but it's livable. Okay. All right. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna have to remember that one. Oh, did I get errored out? No, I didn't. Few. Yeah, counter bishop drop with a bishop drop. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was looking. I just didn't. I didn't think that anything was going to stop. For one, I was psyched out because I know this player is a lot better than me. Number two, I didn't think anything was going to stop that silver drop on my head. Boy. Oh boy. Kairos. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. All right. Is this someone from the channel? Is this someone from the channel? Wow. That's a mistake. I think coming in here would have been kind of interesting. So I'm going to play a little Am I playing a little too fast and loose here? Hmm. What's the time? Okay. Okay, so it's a 10-minute, 15-second Byoyomi. So if he takes, should I bring my rook back here? If he takes, do I drop the silver? Whoa, okay, okay. All right, I think that's good. Wow. Ah, nice, 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 nice. Yeah, it would have been like if he would have brought the gold, I think I would have taken. I think maybe. But now he can get a rook drop. Hmm. Defend a little bit. Thinking about, I think I'm just thinking of dropping my rook here. I'm going to drop my rook and not give him counterplay on this side. Wait, though. Hold on. If I drop the rook here, if he goes to this side, then I just take, you know, and I get the promotion. If he comes to this side, hold on, drop the rook. If he goes back also, that's not anything. All right, let's play this safe. I don't have a rook to drop. I don't have a rook to drop. I don't have a rook to drop. Now I do. Oh. Well. Yeah. Bit of a sniper there. I think if the rook drops, I tempo it away. Maybe it comes back here, and then I tempo it away again. Okay. I've got to get this bishop active here. Got to remember, this is not a dragon. This is a horse. It's a horse, of course. Yeah. Tough to defend there. I was thinking about dropping here. Maybe that would have been better. And now, okay, so this is the perfect moment. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you for the game. Thank you for the game. Pawn 2-2. Killer Ducky's move. Killer Ducky's move. There was a discussion, and I don't like to give too much credence to some of these discussions, but there was a discussion on Shogi Harbor yesterday. One move too late? What was it? Was it? Wait, hold on. We have to go back to that. Oh, let me pause because then Lishogi is going to start me. Yeah, you're totally right. You're totally right. You're totally right. Yeah, 'cause, I mean, this ended up being. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so yeah. You're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I said to myself, I have no rook to drop because I had dropped it back there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it took me a while to see it. Um, so if you'll notice, I did not pre-move. I did not pre-move the mate. It's just basics. Drop pawns before drop rooks. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Is that actually a saying? Start with the lightest pieces. I start with the heaviest pieces because I want to win immediately. I want to win immediately. I want to induce a resign. So I drop the heaviest possible pieces. I was to be fair to me, the thing that was I was overly concerned, I think, with the rook, with them being able to drop the rook here. Um and potentially, coming back and making some counterplay, that kind of stuff. So I think I wasn't thinking about the right spot on the board. And that's something that like good players seem to do, is that they have a great ability to switch between offense and defense and tactical shots, move to move. It takes me a while. Yeah, you don't like dropping a rook in your own camp unless it's an emergency. Yeah. I think I'm getting overly influenced by some of my positions against ranging rook, where we exchange the rooks and it often wants it here. The reason I'm seeing it more often is because I'm getting that position more often. It's not that it's a flexible idea that works in many positions. It's because I'm seeing the same idea in the same positions often. And the position being like, there's only a bishop here. So the rook block drop far back essentially lets me, at a minimum, promote. And I'm trying to sometimes get too much of that. Yeah. But I wanted to hold off. I wanted to hold off their drops. So back to the discussion here. Um, there was a chat yesterday. Like, a few people were talking on Shogi Harbor about there was the question. There was either a question or a statement, I believe, that pre-moving was disrespectful. And this kind of blew my mind, just because, for one, I don't think that's ever even crossed my mind that it's disrespectful. And two, why I'm trying to understand the position. Like, there is a clock in shogi. You want to use the least amount of your clock as possible, unless it's byoyomi. And sometimes in byoyomi, you want to keep the pressure on your opponent because you don't want them to have as much time to think. Like, people do that over the board, So I'm not sure about that. And so I didn't pre-move the win there. Okay, Rico, that's a point. That's a good point. You think it's very easy to interpret it as arrogant, like, yeah, of course I knew what move you were going to make. Yeah, that's fair. But people do that over the board too, and maybe it's I hesitate to use the word disrespectful, because speaking about respect, sort of, it makes an assumption that that you can get in the mind of the other person, which I think is often a bad assumption. And so, what one person's disrespect might be another person's respect. Yeah. Yeah, like this morning already on stream, I did a berserk. So I had 2.5 minutes to win the game. So I was pre-moving every opening move I could that was safe, which is most of them, thankfully, in a lot of these Urashino Ryu openings. And so I was pre-moving a lot. And, like, it's not disrespect. I'm just trying to, play the game. Maybe it's coming. Yeah. I do think there is a discussion to be had. I think some people tend to think mind games are disrespectful. And I hesitate to say mind games. I'm searching for a better word. But, like, competitive warfare. Like, when you are playing a game against someone, you're over the board or wherever, you're playing a game, the object, I think a lot of people do sort of footstep around this. The object is to win to a large extent. You play with the clock, you play with a rating, you play to win. And if you feel that making faster moves, and the clock is a part of the game. Like, I think that's another thing that is debatable. It's not really a debate in my mind, but I know people would debate it. Like, is it shogi? Like, oh, that's not shogi, that's the clock. But that's part of the competitive nature of shogi, is to have talk. To have talk. I mean, it's part of it to have a clock, a talk. So, like, if I'm playing, I am trying to win. And I'm trying to win, mentally too. Because there is a mental aspect to it. People, like I said, in over the board, they'll move faster, often to keep the pressure on the opponent, or they will make they'll select between moves and maybe pick the one that's difficult. Okay, so you don't personally think it's unforgivable. You think off-board tactics are valid. Just ask Shogi Dad how I played against him at the US Shogi Championship. You intentionally tried to play intimidating. Yeah. That's and it, it definitely works. It definitely works. The snapping, like we see that, like we've had this discussion about snapping pieces, and in the semifinals that was on full display. Snapping hard, body language of sitting back, snapping on top of the other pieces. Your snapping gets much more violent when you're losing. Yeah, right. Yeah, Spinal Tap Chess. Yeah, right. Yeah. I wish. I wish I had some edge against Spinal Tap. Spinal Tap was like just two walks in the park yesterday. Just whistling in the park just crushed me in those games yesterday. Yeah. I have never seen a Yagura so solid. That was the first game, right? The first game yesterday, it was a Yagura. I usually see Yagura and I'm like, all right, let me get down to work. It's like I get out my pickaxe. It's like, all right, it's time to go. It's time to go carve the mountain. It's time to go chop off some of these silvers. You go mining for some silver and some gold. I'm ready to go. But that Yagura yesterday, it's like, oh my God, this thing's impenetrable. I can't even touch it. It was crazy. I do think, speaking back to the mind games, yeah, they're off-board tactics, but I think they're completely legitimate. And you see it up to the amateur Majin tournament with Furuta. Furuta-san was there. Like those games, I think in the preliminary rounds, he was majorly putting the time pressure on his opponent. He was making some very quick moves in the end game. And I'm guessing applying that just immense pressure, letting that immense pressure just set in and not giving someone a chance to breathe. It is a game. You only do static against Urshino and center. Really? You do stat. Wait, so are you primarily a third file rook player or a fourth file rook player? Or just in general, you just like that rook swinging. You like that rook ranging. Okay, third file. I had a discussion with someone last night about the difference in mindset of third file and fourth file players and the difference in play styles. And I was getting disagreement. I was getting disagreement from him in maybe he's watching, but I was getting disagreement from him on topics that I actually thought were almost fact. Like I've been holding these things almost as self-evident truths based on my experience, but I feel that the third file rook players are a little more aggressive and tactics heavy. Like they try to make things happen. They're getting their knights up. They're aiming at this, at the other person's, at the 3-7 square. Third file rook players, they're getting their bishop around there. It feels a lot of times like the third file players are trying to bring the game to their opponent. Where it seems to me like fourth file rook players in general, they sit back and they like to make their castle. They like to transform their castle. They like to, they like to wait. In my experience, and he seemed to think the reverse. This was someone at the club last night. I don't know if you know him, Melkor. Good to see you, by the way. Nice to see you. Oh, and you're on YouTube too. Sorry about that. And mon nom es persone. Sorry to miss these messages. Greetings. So in some situation you say it can be disrespectful, but that's a matter of interpretation. Pre-moving an entire game is not, out is not the same as pre-moving the open. Well, pre-moving the so this is in my game this morning where I played 2 minutes and 30 seconds because I berserked in an arena, and I was blitz and I was pre-moving a lot of my opening. I was very careful to try to pre-move and not to be as consistent in my pre-moving, because if the opponent knows you're going to pre-move, they can make a crazy attack. They could make a threat. They can make an easily parryable threat that will all of a sudden become, game over if the opponent pre-moves their opening. So I think in Shogi especially, chess as well, but in Shogi especially, you cannot make many pre-moves once the opening is out. And then, so we're on that pre-move discussion, yeah. Yeah, no, I think of Melkor as the Yagura guy. You say it's trash. I doubt it. Yeah. So I was surprised to have this discussion, because I really thought that in my experience, the third file players are usually are more tactically savvy, because they're always trying to make tactics. And it seems to me like the third file has more tactics available to it. Because you're bearing down on this like critical square. Your fourth file can certainly get to be tactical as well. And as someone gets better, they can be tactical with fourth file. Like, I think this player I was talking to is a very tactically savvy player. And so I think my argument, would be that like someone who would think that he's a tactically savvy player, so he'll be tactical in any position, and so may not realize how much more third is. I don't know. You think in general I'd be right, though? At least at my level. The level that I'm at, when I play against fourth file, like, I kind of know how it's going to be. Third file, there's some... I generally know how it's going to be because I play against so many third file rook players. And I think most about playing against third file rook players, because the player that I play the most over the board is a third file rook player. Yeah. And the art of Waitskin, or the art of Waitskin. The art of Waitskin. Josh Waitskin I think he's always been a little bit full of himself, but he's really full of himself in his new book, The Art of Waitskin. The science of learning how to be Josh Waitskin. All right, Melkor, good to see you. In The Art of Learning by Josh Waitskin, he shared a story from his youth where an opponent was tapping their pieces to distract. Maybe I need to read this book now. This is becoming a thing. This is, yeah. As I recall, he lost a couple times against this low-rated opponent, but once his coach revealed the off-board tactic, it no longer worked. See, I know the tactic. It still sort of works against me. It still kind of does. It's like, my sense of righteousness gets in a bit of a mini uproar inside. And and I'm thinking like, oh man, all this noise, this whistling, the sloppy movements, you know, all these things that you can choose. You know, when you're the person that this is happening to, you know, everything, it's always your choice how to interpret something. Do you interpret something intimidating? Do you interpret it as friendly? Do you interpret it as disrespectful? Do you take it as respectful? You know, so in the end, it is you who controls the narrative, you know, in your own story. In the end, I am the only person controlling the narrative in my own story. So I don't know why I'm choosing, like, sometimes to think, you know, oh man, I need to just choose. I need to choose the narrative that will make me successful. Like, oh, they're tapping because they know that they know that my position is looking good, and I agree. And here's what I'm going to do. Or, you know, they're whistling because they know I'm in a good position and they're nervous. It's not that they're trying to distract me. It's that they're nervous, and, you know, stuff like that. So it's my choice, but still, it's funny. All right. So this game, I did make 2 inaccuracies in this game, unfortunately. It doesn't show up on this on the stream. All right, where are we? Anyway, I need water. My throat is sore already. Let's get back in here. Let's get back to the Daily Rapid Arena so we at least see who's in the lead. There's 17 players, but no one's playing. All right, I will be right back. All right, back. Let me just steep this or dip it. What is it called when you take the tea bag and you plunk it? Like, I think this Ito N recommends 3 or 5. I don't remember, but I do 7 for luck. Dip tea. Automat has held that, so yeah. It's tea bagging. Auto mod help. I allowed it. Dunking? Dipping? Nah, what's it called? I don't know. Steep. Is it steeping? It's like the bag. I'll have to read the bag. The bag says 7, like you to do 3 times. Like it makes a recommendation on the number of dips. All right, let's join back in here. Ah, Yamashin. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So last night was the first time I had been to that Silicon Valley Shogi Club in a long time. They had a lot of people. It was nice. It was nice. Like the reason I mainly went was to say goodbye to Z Kid, who's leaving town. But I was glad I went. Okay. All right. All right. Drop the pawn. Comes back. Come up. He comes back. I push the pawn. Steep for 3 minutes. Yeah, I'll have to look at it. It recommends dip. I think dipping. All right, let's put this here. Let's put this here. Oh, I don't have a pawn. I don't have the pawn yet. Okay, well that limits my choices. So let's learn. Let's I'm playing someone who's better, who's much better. Let's try to figure out how we make this work. I think this might be the better move. We are officially in the slow game. Maybe we're not. Maybe we're not in the slow game. So I drop the pawn. He drops the bishop. No, 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 because I come up. If he drops the bishop. Ah, so desu ne. Yeah. Few splendid jokes. Father Shogi is missing dunking. What is dunking it? So without really doing anything, see, this is why I struggle so much with these positions. Without really even doing anything, my opponent has gotten a horse, and he's going to get a rook. Like, I'm the one trying to attack, but not really going overboard, I thought. Yet the defensive side somehow manages to turn offensive. You know, I really... Yeah, it's so tough. Do I have to do this now? Oh. Lishogi streams are the best as you can open it in another tab and follow the game with tiles you understand. Ah, yeah, that is nice. It is a nice. Hey, Ninroll, nice to see you. Take. He has no pawns. Take. Take. Drop. He runs somewhere. I take. How better can I get this? If I come up here, this silver just comes out. Hmm. Hmm. So I drop the lance. He drops the gold. I take. He takes. I redrop the gold. Okay. Now, if he drops the gold, I drop the silver. Fun game. Hmm. Interesting. Wow. Did not see that. Uh, oh, and it holds my gold too. Hmm. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, that fork isn't worth enough. The fork is not worth enough. Ooh. Wow. Wait, what? There's no pawns. He has no pieces. No. Not enough time. Not enough time. Yeah. Yeah. I think maybe I should have just jumped it up here. He's got 2 knights and a gold. 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 Take. Run. Gold. No, he won't. He'll be out of a gold. He'll be out of the gold. Maybe just come up here, but then I take the knight. Ah. Yeah. Now the gold. Yeah, or up there. Okay. Yeah. Good game. Good game. That was fun. That was extremely fun. I'm just gonna kick this off and go back to the tournament so I don't give a free win to somebody. All right. Anybody playing? See, Ninworld has a Berserk win. Andiologist has a Berserk win. Who is this against? Galago, really? Wow. Mira 1619. Wow. Man, Andiologist and their doctor are on fire today. That's two good wins. Two good Berserk wins. Wonder if there's anything. What was there something I could have done better there? I don't want to pause. I don't want to pause and go to analysis because I don't want to go to analysis and then give someone a free time game. Like if I happen to be talking at the same time that I get that little gong and then I don't realize it. That was a good. Well, I'm gonna risk it. I don't care. I'm gonna risk it. Gotta risk it to get the biscuit. It's a boop. It's like a mini little. It doesn't want to bother anybody. It's an alarm that's trying to make itself it's the most unobtrusive alarm that you've ever heard. It's almost like we don't want you to hear this alarm. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for alerting you. Please forgive me. Whoa! This was my advantage here? Wow! Wow! Do I just take the lance? Yeah, I just take the lance. He's not going to do that, right? He's not going to do that. Yeah, the engine just doesn't get it. It doesn't get it. Like, what is this gold doing here? Why would it not take right here? Yeah, obviously. Obviously. You can't do this because it's mate. Ah. Yeah, now it's starting to fall apart. It's starting to fall apart for the opponent. Wow. All right. And now I'm very pleased with this game. A slow game, and I played it well for a long time. Really until here. And this was not a hard move to see. Oh, I feel great about that. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, 15-second Vyoyomi at this point. Which might as well be 5 or 10, because it's, I can't tell the difference in the sounds. Oh gosh, for a second the fear of God went through my heart, thinking, oh God, a game must have started. $39 left in this event. Jimko is in there. Nice. How much chess do you play, Jimko? Dim? How much chess do you play? Are you a master, or are you a high level chess player? Have I played Alex Shogi? I don't know. Ah, Cyan Cannon is in the event, just not playing. So I think after the stream ends today, maybe after this arena, I think I'm going to just lie on the couch, maybe sleep, maybe play some Metroid Zero Mission. Just I'm so exhausted. It takes, that's one thing that they don't tell you, is that as you get older, it's harder to recover from one bad night of sleep. I've got this instructions manual up here. This for the Miu Mini. I've got one of these Miu Mini V4s, also a Miu Mini Plus, but really nice. I'm stunned at the level of quality of these the new emulation systems. Analog Pocket is great as well. Not technically, I suppose, an emulation system, but FPGA sort of hardware. I think they call it synthesis. Really fun. I've got to return that. I've got to return that capture card that doesn't work with the audio. Otherwise, I probably would have streamed some sort of retro game today. Just because, I'm so beat. I am so exhausted. I'm glad though. These have been good games. Glad that it's been Shogi, because these have been good games, and I want to say educational. I feel sometimes like I'm taking a lot of things out of my games. It doesn't necessarily pay off immediately, but sometimes it does. I just have to believe it's going to end up improving in the end. If I played bullet chess, I might improve at 3-minute shogi. You think? Oh, werfeus, congrats! You just grinded to your top rating in chess.com bullet yesterday. Nice. What is that rating, if you don't mind saying? I'm always amazed by the good chess players in this channel. 1705. Wow, nice. Nice. My bullet chess is brutal. My bullet shogi is getting better. It really is. I know it is. I see the results. Yes, I'm getting dirty flags still, but I see the results, and I can feel like the games are higher quality, when I'm playing them. They're still terrible. But yeah, you think I could reach 7? I imagine so. I love chess. Like that's the thing is I love chess. It kind of hurts that I don't play chess at all. I love watching it. I love thinking about it, but I haven't played since I started streaming Shogi. I've just been full head down trying to get better at Shogi. I sometimes wonder, like, am I missing out? What am I missing out? I'm missing out on all this good environmental stuff, like all the good things that come along with being part of a huge group of players, like a huge player base. Trying to recreate that in some way in the West here in Shogi. Man, that last game, that really got me going. That was a fun game. I like how I played it too. Like if I can play more like that. But that said, I did have that question about it, and maybe I just need to be maybe it was all just fine. Maybe it was all just fine. Where okay, so I clicked the image of the game, and it didn't open a new tab. Interesting. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? What happened? It's +4. It's now +5. Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Ma. What did I miss here? I dropped the pawn, right? Oh! Oh no. Oh, this is what I would have this is what I used to do. I still don't see the follow-up, so we'll still be seeing that. But like I'm trying to bring in this I'm trying to synthesize this new idea that we've gotten from the previous games. Go Quest is active. Go Wait, there is a Go Wars? Is it by Heroes? Wait, what is Go Wars? Wait, really? They shut it down? Wait, they made a Go Wars? So they're not just Shogi fans? Oh man, that ruins some of the fun. Oh, I thought they were a bunch of Shogi fans. Grassroots Shogi. There's also this. Huh. All right. All right. So I came over here. I guess I need to open this diagonal first. Because now All right, let's take a look at this. Wait, they even had chess heroes? Are you kidding? All right, I'm pausing. I'm pausing. I'm pausing. I don't know about this. I don't know about this event here. I don't think anyone else is playing. Yeah, I don't think anyone else is playing. So let's take this. Hey, Tulip, great to see you. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh boy, I'm gonna get rickrolled. Okay, okay. I'm thumbing it up. I'm like, oh, I'm not signed in. All right, I am all about this music. Why don't they bring this to Shogi Wars? This is the music. This is the music of playing chess in the Persona universe. All right. I need to follow this dark Ponamine. Oops, sorry. This channel doesn't have any content. Oh, come on. All right, how do I? Oh, that's not it. Oh, there's no action. All right. I'm searching for Go Wars. It's gonna be hard. You know, Go is such a terrible name for a game. Your chess hero. That's some good stuff. Go Wars Heroes. I'll put heroes. Okay, Go Wars. Online Go games using AI. All these. I assume these are all pirate sites. All these Android things. Wow, look at this. Hold on. Let me bust this out. Wow. Wait, can you actually play? Oh no, this is an image. Oh, it's 9x9. Oh, you can be Steven Seagal. You can be Steven Seagal? Steven Seagal sensei. Yeah, Spinal Tap. So Go Wars and Chess Wars were made by heroes. Yeah. Entering Go Wars takes you to Go Daddy. that's why I don't play Go. You know, because I'm Shogi Dad. If I played Go and I became like Go Daddy or Go Dad, you know, Go Daddy that would come after me. You know, it's trademarked. Oh wow, yeah, Spinal could have been the #1 ranked player. That would have been amazing. I want to know more about this Steven Seagal. Look at this. I like this. Look at this looks nice. It's like a card battler. This is somewhat nicer than Shogi Wars. Let's see. Chess, Wars, Heroes. Let's see if someone has the... Backgammon Ace. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, is it Wars? Is it Wars Z? Okay. Heroes Inc. Heroes possesses a unique core technology of artificial intelligence that has defeated professional shogi players in public matches developed by our top engineers. Heroes has accumulated such a machine learning technique through the development of smartphone apps such as Shogi Wars, Chess Heroes, and Backgammon Ace. It's Chess Heroes. It's not Chess Wars, right? Okay, whatever. Just show me the images. Wow, that's rough. That is rough. That is rough looking. Boy. Their AI does not have anything to do with images. Okay. Currently, Heroes focuses on planning, developing, and operating intellectual games for smartphones. However, will apply and expand its cutting-edge AI technology in various fields in the future. Oh, and now it's talking about this. Oh, Heroes has been around this long? They developed AI in 2013? Yeah, instead of Kishin, you had Kaisa. However that's pronounced. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. It's very funny. All right. What can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? It likes Yagra. The AI likes Yagra. Oh, this is good stuff. Feature amount of three-piece relationship. Oh, interesting. Does this engine think in terms of three-piece relationships? Should I be thinking that way? Should we as shogi players be thinking in terms of three-piece relationships? Huh. They're about us. The only tech company in the world that doesn't have like a hiring page. Are either of these guys shogi players? Ah, a Bloomberg article about heroes. Gosh. I can't read it. I can't read it. Firm surged record 11-fold from IPO price at the start of trading. Wow. It doesn't have the year. You wish you hadn't taken it for granted how good we had it when AI companies cared about shogi. Yeah, boy. Like, there's Bloomberg article about heroes. This is this is an artist representation. Artist representation of the shogi of the shogi engine. Oh, he was a former amateur shogi champ, I don't know what that means. Maybe he was a former amateur meijin. Takahiro Hayashi. Wow. Okay, in April when they were listed, that's 7 years ago. Okay. 22. He was the shogi world amateur champion. I assume meijin. He wanted to be an entrepreneur. So, in 2009, he pitched the idea for his social game firm to a room full of venture capitalists. One of them told him that they had zoned out during his presentation. However, He got the funding he needed because he believed he would work something out because he was world champion. Wow. Wait a minute. In 2013, a Heroes engineer developed Deep Blue. Wait, what? Wait, what's going on here? What's going on here? Is this an AI written article? Is this fake? Wait, what's going on? After building the new Deep Blue, Heroes used the deep learning and machine learning skills it acquired to be useful in other industries. Wait, what? What's going on here? Who wrote Deep Blue? Don't just tell me IBM. Who created Deep Blue? Is it Feng Xiang Su and Murray Campbell? Okay, I've seen them. They're not, you know, neither of them were Japanese. I'm just going to do a Command F for Heroes. Nope, nothing on Heroes. Heroes is lying. Maybe they just... Oh, so you're Transport, you're suggesting that maybe they just called it Deep Blue? All right. Deep Blue chess computer. All right. Enough of Deep Blue. All right. We have 17 minutes left in this event. That's not enough. JMA playing. I haven't seen JMA in a long time. Ooh, these guys are neck and neck. I think I've played them both. So if I offered myself up to them, like if I offered myself up as the sacrificial lamb to see who gets to win. Hey, Melkor. Welcome back. If I offer myself up as a sacrificial lamb, who is going to get me? I'm guessing Iska would. But that wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair, because Iska would have been able to beat me twice. And Malkor, since you and Ishikawa Sensei refuse to give me an Urashino Ryu countermeasure, I'm having to develop one on my own. So be aware. Be aware. You're gonna have to make new content. Urashino Ryu countermeasure. And my countermeasure is not just going to be to do Gangi. I refuse. I refuse to stoop that low. Someone at the club last night played your countermeasure against me. Thanks for nothing. Thanks for nothing. Hey, Kojiro, Urashino countermeasure is a pivot to Murata system. Yeah, right? I mean, you're being serious, right? So I think the countermeasures are either go into Gangi or do some Murata system. I left 2 comments on that video, Melkor. And I realized afterwards that I probably should have been more explicit. I was a little tongue-in-cheek with one of my comments. I am basically like, yeah, I was kind of jokingly saying I need an Urashino Ryu countermeasure. Like, it's not fair that I said it's not fair that basically, it's not fair that you released a Urshin or Ryu countermeasure when you haven't released an Urshin or Ryu countermeasure. And it's hard to, like, I was joking, you know, basically it was a long comment to say thank you for your content, and I love it, and it's really good. But, you know, I kind of said it in a jokey way, and you never know sometimes, like, if it's interpreted like hopefully he doesn't think that I'm disappointed by it. Silverwolf. So let's look. Here, I'm going to open up. I'm going to open up the counter. I'm not going to play it. Obviously, this is copywritten and you pay to win backed system here. But let's get in here. So Urshin or Ryu. So something like this. I come back. I don't know. Let's oops. The order doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get into the position here. What do I do? Let's see. Yeah, let's push here. We get this. Do I get my gold up? Let's do this. Let's see. So we're in here. We know now that it's going to be this Gangi thing. We know it's going to be Gangi. Like, you know, things I would normally do. I'd push and try to force my way in, which I think, you know, doesn't work. Let's say I just this is a move I'm going to make here, and let's say he comes up. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I talked about the comment. So I was feeling a little. Yeah, when I responded, I made the comment. I think I made 2 comments. Actually, let me see. I'll read the comments because I have the video up. The first comment was I gave, so, you know, I'm saying this kind of like a joke, obviously like a joke, but you never know, especially to a non-native speaker, like how is this coming across? So I said I gave this video a thumbs up, but I wanted to give it a thumbs down since it has made my life extremely difficult against one particular player who I have regularly battled over the board. Not only is he a much better shogi player, but he's also taking advantage of your approach, which makes him nearly invincible. It's truly not fair to provide an Urshin or Ryu countermeasure without providing an Urshin or Ryu countermeasure. Exclamation point, smiley face. At least I can take some solace in the fact that I generally play the, quote, better, parentheses, slower Urshin or Ryu line that you display here, and my game lasts a bit longer before I'm ground down. And then he responded to that. I also made a comment saying, by the way, apologies if I'm missing something obvious, but at 12:21, I would have expected Gote's natural sequence to be blah, blah, blah. And at least this is what my online opponents will often do. Is there an opportunity for me to punish here? And he responded to both very nicely. But like, I sort of, you never know how those kind of jokes come through, or like like smiley faces and whatnot. So, Kosher, you're saying silver 6-6, silver 6-6. Oh, you want the silver 6-6, pawn 7-6, knight 7. Yeah. So that's what I do. That's what I do a lot, right? That's what I do a lot. So let's do this. I'm just gonna make moves. They might even be bad moves. I'm just gonna do this. And gosh, look at that mouse cursor go. And then let's, I jump my knight. Rook comes back. And so this is like, it's possible. It's possible that I have actually had this position. I don't remember what he does. It's possible that I have literally played this position over the board. Werfeus, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that generous donation. My goodness. Thank you. Gosh, thank you. You have no idea. That really makes my day. That really does. Thank you so much. Gosh, I'm just gushing. Sorry, I'm caught off guard almost. Thank you. Boy, it feels so nice to know that some people are getting something out of these streams, or at least enjoying, mildly enjoying them. Because I love doing it, and the game is great, and I'm really trying. I am trying to level up my speaking game. I'm trying to it's a coffee donation, no bloody tea. Fair enough. Well, yesterday's stream I had coffee, and it didn't work for me so well. I got destroyed in that early arena. Thank you. Boy, yeah, I appreciate it. Orega Omoniwa. Wait, oh gosh, I didn't see. I'm terrible at this. So Ninworld and I have not played Dobutsu Wars. I've seen photos of that Dobutsu game, but I've never played it. I think it still exists, right? Orega Omoniwa, you think if Shogi had a kanji piece in chess would be more popular? Really? I think of the figurines as such a nice, like a major benefit of chess. Like, it's great for artists. Artists can express themselves in the forms of their pieces. Once you know them, they're just kind of universal. Fascinating. And yeah, Ninworld, you say do Gangi yourself to annoy the opponent. Yeah, and that's the other thing. That so let me see what okay, I thought maybe Ishikawa Sensei had responded to say this. So maybe someone else has told me this. But so it wasn't Ishikawa Sensei. But anyway, somehow, I probably Koshiro then has said do Gangi. So my approaches are this, and then Gangi myself. The problem is that the people that I do this against are usually better than I am. the people that are playing this opening not only have the advantage in the opening, they're also often better players. So it's very difficult. Ugigi-san, thank you, appreciate it. And so I get into a position that my opponent might know well, but I don't know well. Me being Gangi, or me trying to play this. And regardless, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, this position, the engine literally says this is 0.0. So we throw out the engine. We talk about this. This is an even game. It's fine. But to me, this position kind of seems harder to play for me, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Because we get to this position, and once we get to this position, this silver is going to be dead. I'm going to overpush. I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to get it trapped, and I don't know what to do. So let's continue, because I would do this. I would do this. Let's say he jumps his, and now it's like, I bring my bishop out. I threaten the bishop, but it sort of becomes empty-ish threats. So I get this out. Gosh, look at how sluggish that is. And then he gets this piece up, and now it's like, okay, so now what do I do? Now like this is now I may have literally gotten into this position over the board as well. Like, this is, I think for me, it's a natural continuation. And, for the opponent, it seems pretty natural too. I don't know, Melkor. So it seems like I have plenty of CPU to spare. I have plenty of CPU to spare. There's some interaction with OBS at the bit rate that I'm streaming. Because keep in mind, I am streaming to Twitch and to YouTube. And I had the lishogi, just one core's worth, but I did have the lishogi engine running. And Shogi Wars is running, which takes up resources in the background. Let me close that. Shogi Wars sometimes goes ham in the background. Let me just take a look to see what is. Yeah, OBS is taking something. I'm getting some iCloud Demon is taking up way more CPU than it should be taking. Yeah, I'm getting some Mac OS demons right now are unfortunately doing some work stupidly. But anyway, like, this machine is not great for. There's once I get OBS open long enough, it starts really getting sluggish. Anyway, so I think we're fine now. Yeah, so it's fine because I closed Shogi Wars was taking a bunch. Don't. Oh, so he's not good enough to play Urshin or Ryu? Is that it? Maybe reverse psychology will work. Maybe he doesn't know it. Maybe so he doesn't know Urshin or Ryu? How can I appeal to his ego? How can I appeal to his ego? Oh, and I'm in the wrong scene. Sorry about that. Let me switch here. Gosh, if we need players like him to be live streaming, we definitely need. Try offering a piece of cheese. uh, it's like, all right, I'm subscribing to your service. Do you want me to subscribe for another month? Or how much do you want me to subscribe to your service? Is it two Urashino Ryu live streams worth? Oh gosh, Koshiro. Yes. Yes. I wouldn't dare ask you to do it in the slow games in the main bracket, but if you want to do the Hayazashi Meijin, so yeah, keep in mind, Melkor, the reigning Hayazashi Meijin in Brazil played exclusively Urashino Ryu through all 7 games of the event. The 2024 Brazil Hayazashi Meijin played exclusively Urashino Ryu. Melkor. So I need to meet Ishikawa Sensei. I need to meet Ishikawa Sensei so that he can understand. He can start learning my sense of humor, and then so that I could start asking favors of him. Like, my number one favor, if I had Ishikawa Sensei, or if Melkor was a genie and granted me one wish, my wish would be to take down that anti-Urashino Ryu propaganda. That's my wish. Take that down. I would like if no one even thought about Urashino Ryu. That would be the goal. They don't even no Urashino Ryu countermeasures, no Urashino Ryu explanation. Just give it to me privately. Roast your ghost skills all you want if you offer you some smelly cheese. Yeah, exactly. The cheese is good. Cheese is good. Cheese is deadly. Oh, speaking of deadly foods, last night, for the first time in probably 15 years, I had Arby's. Does anyone else like Arby's? I am going to say, unironically, it was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. And I got some Mellow Yellow because I was playing Mellow Yellow Cubert, the Mellow Yellow Cubert arcade version. And so got some Mellow Yellow. If Melkor was a genie, that's a line that can't be followed by something else. No, some Mellow Yellow. Wait, Mellow Yellow and Melkor. These are complementary sounds. Mellow Yellow Core is the genie. Yeah, no, yeah. Melkor is the genie, and you rub the belly or whatever, and you say Mellow Yellow, and you get wishes. Tulip. Yeah, say if Melkor is a genie, you'd shove him in a lamp or something. Yeah, transport. I have not seen I Dream of Shogi in a long time. I'm guessing he's really busy with work. I'm guessing. I did on the Discord a couple 3 weeks ago. I think I at him. I notified him in a discussion. I think it might have been a discussion about Shogi Craft, or it might have been about something else. But anyway, he responded quickly, so he is around. But I think I just have not seen him on 81 Dojo. I have not seen him. I'm a conspiracy theorist. If nothing, I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I am concerned that perhaps I Dream of Shogi has gone over to the dark side, has gone over to chess. I'm worried about that. Tulip, Cubert. I don't know if you like Cubert. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So my love of Cubert existed when I was a kid, and we had it on ColecoVision. But it has been rekindled 3 years ago. It was rekindled at I've mentioned this California Extreme retro video game and pinball conference here in Northern California. It's a big event where there are 1,000 pinball and arcade cabinets all set up on free play. You pay a big entrance fee and you just play them all weekend. And anyway, the Warren Davis, the author, the programmer of Q*bert, did a panel 3 years ago, and he was shilling his book, which my son and I both bought a copy of his book, so an autographed copy of this book. And let me find this book since I'm talking about it. Since he was shilling there, I'm going to shill this in the channel here. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that, so I'm not getting money from this. But anyway, he talked about it, and it reminded me of how much I love the game, and so I play it a lot at these events, these annual events. But now that I've got this handheld, this handheld that plays retro games, I've got Q*bert on there, Mellow Yellow Q*bert, which is one of the most rare video games, in existence. Obviously, to emulate it, it's not rare. It's files. And also the faster, harder, more challenging Q*bert, which I think never really, I don't know if it actually went public or it made it out of testing, but it's much faster, harder, and challenging. So it's fun. I love Q*bert, and I am loving it lately. I'm just playing it a lot. I'm playing a lot of Tetris. I'm playing a lot of Q*bert. I'm doing Metroid Zero Mission in addition to Shogi. Werfeus, you say, unsure about Arby's, but you're intrigued to work in a USA kitchen to see how it is. Oh, no. I don't want to look in the Arby's kitchen. I know that the Arby's that we got our stuff from, it's in an area that has had some, everywhere in the Bay Area has had rats, but there's some rat infestations. And someone, I think on an old Yelp comment years and years ago, had said that there was a rat there. I don't know. I don't want to know. All I know is that the roast beef sandwich was delicious, and the Mellow Yellow was great. The fries were all right. They're different. You had a version of Kick. Is that pronounced Kicks on PC? I seem to remember that game. I think it was fun, if I'm thinking of the same game. Why Metroid Zero Mission? I thought, I love the Game Boy Advance. My understanding is that Zero Mission is sort of like a remake of the first Metroid. So I thought I'm going to start over. I thought I would start from the beginning before playing Super Metroid. That I wanted a bit of introduction before Super Metroid. So you disagree with this approach? Zero Mission, I'm going to guess it is easier, which is probably good for me. Gently getting me in. And I am playing on easy mode. I was surprised to see there was easy and normal. And I did try for easy. I don't want to say I'm stuck right now, but I am currently in the process of backtracking all through the map because it seems like I am missing something that will let me proceed. So I'm going all the way through the map. I've spent this morning I was doing, it is dad mode. It's dad mode. It's 100% dad mode. I'm pulling in the scenery. I'm trying to look at every little tile. Also started a little bit of Advance Wars and Chrono Trigger, of course. So Chrono Trigger is also running there in the background. I started that. I'm probably about an hour into Chrono Trigger. So yeah, so here is where I start flailing. And this is where I lose the positions. This is where I lose the game. I see that the engine is advising this jump. This is terrifying to me because now he takes. Oh no! Because no. Okay, it's not terrifying to me because now I take. I don't need to take this. I don't need to take this and get myself trapped, which is what I would do. But now I can take this. Yeah, I guess I just need to. I need to be comfortable with this. Like this is. I've just got to get better. I think that's. Long story short. So that is. I think that really is the crux of the issue, as Captain Picard would say, is that I don't know how to win if my opening doesn't give me the win, and so in a basically even just sort of evenly balanced middle game, I self-destruct. And I do think, backed by something Hikaru Nakamura said, I do think age has something to do with that, but I can't blame that. I can't blame that so easily. Yeah, it's. Yeah, it's tough here. This I like. I guess this I like. I just have to play, but it still gets very sharp. It still gets very sharp. It still gets very sharp. My castle is still relatively weak. His is really strong. I'm just going to have to be really annoying with this horse. Yeah, I am very hung up on this Melkor. Because I get crushed. I get crushed against Westerners because of you and Ishikawa Sensei. Like, I would never have this problem if it wasn't for you guys. But I want to say that this is going to make. I want to say that this is going to make me a better player. Being able to, I'm convinced, I have been convinced that being able to play positions like this will make me a better player. I can't hope to just. My plan can't be Urashino Ryu goes burr, and if the opponent defends against it, I lose. Like that can't be my approach. In chess, like I was saying, in chess, my approach would be, all right, if it doesn't get me the win, let me just go for a draw. But you can't easily do that in shogi, despite my best efforts, like I've said, and sometimes that does result in a sneech day against opposing rook. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So Ishikawa Sensei is a very, very serious person. Like, he's never going to release a duck course. I would love to see a duck course. I would also love to see a more traditional course where he goes through a lot of variations for a particular opening. Although he wouldn't do it for Ashina Ryu, so it wouldn't be so useful to me. Who won? Let's go back to that event. Oh, they gave it to Yamashine. Nice. Nin World with one game, one win. The highest performance rating, 21-19. Very nice. He isn't always too serious, but he'll never make a video on it. The videos he usually takes pretty serious. Yeah, I guess everyone has a limited amount of time that they want to spend making videos. But I wonder if mixing it up occasionally might be nice. Like, we both agreed on it being not too useful. Duck Castle, a Hero Gakoi. I'm just thinking, sometimes some not necessarily light-hearted content, but like you're thinking about the popular chess content creators, they or even like Nakamura Taichi, Shogi, they have a lot of humorous stuff or a lot of not necessarily the most ultra serious content. Like you could still have a duck course that is very useful and valuable, but is a little more lighthearted. Like so that it's not just. I mean, obviously, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not giving advice. Like this is a great course. And he has. There's so many videos under this members only section that are all Japanese. It seems. So Japanese players must also be getting coached out of this same account. Like most of the content is Japanese, right? He likes that purely educational, not entertainment. Well, it'd be like edutainment. Edutainment. Did you play Nin World today in Over the Board? Did you guys have some sort of shogi club meetup? Okay. So the English videos are really because you're there. I see. Awesome. Awesome. One thing, and maybe this is something that you can help with or what. So I find it very difficult to sort of figure out where to go. It's like, okay, I paid my money. Now what? There's no sort of guiding point of what to do. Like there doesn't seem to be an overwhelming sense of like order and progression in the course. It's like you search through to see if there's stuff that you could find useful, but there's no like if I want to be I don't know, a Murata system player, like there's no great, it seems like there's no great starting point for that. or there's no introduction. Like there are just a lot of openings here. Like why would I pick an opening? Not that this has to be dumbed down for beginner. Like this could still be advanced topics in a way. Like I'm thinking about chess materials that I've seen where they have like a complete course to 1e4, and they talk about all the variations of 1e4. Shogi, I probably can't be completely similar, but like, how about the complete static rook course, or here's a static rook. If the opponent does this, here's our variations. Like they're videos. They're not books. So it's unfair for me to be comparing it to books and Chessable courses. But like opening stuff, maybe it's more about the ideas. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. I'm just thinking of what the things I find useful, like in chess, that like I don't ever, like with the chess stuff, I don't completely feel overwhelmed. This is 100 videos, literally 100. Oh no, it's more than 100 videos. Oh no, these are members only videos. Hold on, let me get to the list of the playlist, the English language playlist. Which is kind of hard to find, but that's fine. There it is, online English shogi course. So it's like Bishop Exchange, Yokufudori, Murata system, like Millennium versus Shiken Bisha. Maybe that's the video. Maybe that's part of the moral of the story, is that you can't necessarily just start with something. I don't know where to start. So it's like I come into this course and let's say I'm an Urashino Ryu player, or let's say I'm a Gangi player. Where do I start? Like, where do I start? Do I just ignore the Aigakari stuff? Do I ignore the Yagura stuff? What's the intent? Is how should I be using this? Because as an Urashino Ryu player, the only video that directly pops out to me is the countermeasure video, and I'm watching the others, but it's like I'm watching it because I'm hoping to just sort of generally maybe absorb things, but it's not like I'm gonna play Bishop Exchange. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, Todovsky is saying, with chess, you heard advice to pick a player whose repertoire you want to copy. Yeah, and that's exactly what I did. With Nakabisha, it was Satomi, and with Urashino Ryu, it's Urashino Ryu channel and Urashino Sensei himself. So it's like, I've got a lot of material. I've got a lot of learning from someone, but I'm trying to understand how someone should approach this online English shogi course, or how you expect someone to approach this, because it's 84 videos, 84 videos, and I assume growing, but there's no outside of the number ordering. There doesn't seem to be like an order of do this and then do that. Back in 2021, you watched all of his videos, since you wanted to get a feel for each shogi opening. Yeah, so maybe that's how I should approach it. To try to get a feel for all those openings. There's not going to be there's no in-depth opening coverage. I mean, it's in-depth, but it's not like the Bishop Exchange had like 5 videos. 8 videos. So 8 videos of Bishop Exchange here. And 8 videos isn't going to be enough to learn Bishop Exchange, but you'll get a lot of important positions, like the key positions, I guess. The idea is to treat it a little bit like a small library of repertoire. That sounds good. That sounds good. So I go through, like Transport said, get a feel for these openings and maybe see what appeals to me or what doesn't, or learn some of the ideas from them and maybe take that back into my own game. Yeah. It's a real treasure trove. Except for that Urshin or Ryu countermeasure video, which is terrible and should be deleted. It's all really good. Everything I've seen, anyway. I say all. I haven't watched them all. I've barely watched more than a handful. But the quality is great. The narration, Melkor's narration is very good. Very good, very clear. Yeah, good stuff. It's good stuff. Does he have any books on like particular openings? Has he written one? In the chess world, it seems with the growth of Chessable, everyone and their mother seems to have their own Chessable course. Like even I've seen even people in the 16s and 1700s are making courses with the assistance of the engine, which is fine. I guess I was thinking of doing an Urshin or Ryu course. Nah, your English pronunciation is great. That's your English pronunciation. Don't worry about that. Your English pronunciation is fantastic, and well, far better than my German. Oh, he has his own books. Okay, nice, nice, nice. What is the life of a teaching pro, of a JSA teaching pro like? Is it does he still compete? Why would Carolina play a Hero Man? What is the She's not going to want to play Duck. She's not going to want to play a Hero Man. That's a no-win. That's a no. Like almost every online game for Carolina is like a no-win. Once you're a pro, it's a no-win situation. So all you got to do is do teaching games. Wait, why do you say he doesn't compete? Of course. Wait, why do you say of course? I don't mean compete with JSA pros. I mean compete like with Faruta or with in tournaments. Like surely he still enjoys playing, right? Or is there no one in Germany that can give him competition? Oh, all right. Well, this is the counter here. This is the new counter. This knight, I swear, the knight on 6-5 is one of the real banes of my life as an Urushina Ryu player. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Oh, really? Well, what about the fun of the game, Melkor? Hey, that always amazes me. Maybe it's just people have been doing it for so long. You say, there's nothing he would need or want to compete in, but like, this always worries me. Not that I am ever going to be, not that I have any fear of ever getting that good. Not that I have any chance of getting that good, but like, once you get that good, you just stop enjoying it, or Like, why wouldn't he want to play? Or is it just because he's been doing it for so long and now it's a job? Todovsky is asking the hard question. The answer is no. No. Don't come at me, Go players. I used to play Go a lot. I liked it. But it is, you know, I've certainly asked that question, like the fun factor of Go and the fun factor of Shogi, the fun factor of chess, these various games. So he still plays some training games, but in general, you don't think there is not much more competitive spirit. Fascinating. Yeah, I guess you can enjoy the game in many ways. You don't have to be playing / competing. You could be studying, you could be writing about it. Yeah, same like making a video game versus playing a video game. But is that a problem with rating? That like once you get so good, it's hard to just play for fun for those same reasons. Like, is that why, like, similar, you know, this is, the reason I'm bringing it up is because we were also talking about Urashina Ryu Channel, who recently quit. Because because he says he's not having fun. Maybe that's just the case in everything. Once you get so good at something, it becomes a bit of a task, and you put your self-worth into it. Yeah, it's interesting. It will make for a future podcast. I definitely have thoughts on this, and yeah. So we'll see. Anyway, I am dry as a bone. If you don't train your skills, you recede. It's true. You do. And then if you still, the thing that I think doesn't recede a lot of times is your sense of self-worth or your sense of your position in the game. So as your skills recede, and you lose, now you're losing a bit of yourself, I think. Probably why Alexei doesn't play either. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe there isn't much competition around and he prefers to play over the board. Believe me, as someone who plays a lot of online, I understand why people would not play online. Yeah, Go is fun. Go definitely is fun. It's a different kind of fun than Shogi, but it is fun. I'm still holding back from getting one of those Shogi AI or one of those Go AI boards. Well, Urashina Channel, he definitely is facing countermeasures. He's facing countermeasures, and every game is a struggle. The things that he was able to do before, a lot of times he just can't do anymore. And I think that's the case regardless of opening. The better players you play, of course, they're going to be playing better, and they're going to be making your life much harder. So the margin of victory is even slimmer. But anyway, all right. That's going to do it for me. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to close up, get some water, relax, do the zero mission. I got to get through zero mission, especially now that transport is judging me. The judgment is going down on my choice of zero mission. But I'm gonna finish it. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm Zero Mission it's a beautiful game. Those Game Boy Advance games, those are some of the peak pixel art, I think. I love it. Oh, so Marco, you said another thing you want to say. You think if he doesn't like to do entertainment videos, you think it's not the best not to do it? Yes, Yeah. Yeah. If someone doesn't enjoy entertainment, they shouldn't be doing entertainment. If they don't enjoy doing educational stuff, they probably shouldn't. Yeah. Yeah. Stick to the things that you enjoy and that you're good at, but also that you enjoy. Yeah. Don't feel the need to change just because, like, I think this is a thing with a lot of chess content creators. Just because the kind of persona that Levi Rosman or someone like that has made them so popular, now all of a sudden you've got some Levi Rosman clones out there, or people feeling like they have to be sardonic and they have to be a certain way just because that's so successful. But plenty of people out there show that you don't have to be the same. I mean, in fact, it's nice if you're not. And sure, maybe the most popular approach right now is that sort of style, but that doesn't mean the others can't still be good or have its own set of fans. So anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah, I do like the Game Boy Advance stuff, and it's just beautiful. So, all right. I am really dry. I am going to close up now. Thank you, everybody. Congrats to the people who won the 2 tournaments I played. Congrats to the people who crushed me. And I'm still a bit that Berserked game that I was playing really well until that one big blunder. I'm going to feel that one a little later. That's going to leave a little bit of a scar. Thank you, werfeus, for that kind donation. Thank you so much. And I will see you all later. Have a great day, remainder of the day. And if you haven't checked out the podcast, please feel free to. It's an interview with Vince from Phoenix Shogi, and I think it's a real fun time. I had a blast talking to him, and I think it's interesting stuff. So thanks so much. See you all soon, and take care. Bye.